So February is American Heart Month.
It certainly is, and there's a cool event coming up that's dedicated to making it possible, a positive impact, I should say, through music. It's Rock from the Heart 2024, and here to tell us about it are the co-founders, Pete Johnson and Dr. Nisha Stoney with the Allina Health Minneapolis Heart Institute. Thank you both so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Good morning.
Okay, let's start with this. Pete, how did this all get started, Rock from the Heart?
Well, the short story is I had open heart surgery in 2017.
Wow.
And I was having some kind of a hard time finding good intel on it because I went to Facebook and that just scared me. I needed some good stuff. And after I recovered, I'm a musician. I told my wife we should try and do something that involves music and maybe a doctor or two to speak about heart issues for people our age.
Yeah.
And it's evolved from there.
You got the ball rolling from that point?
Got the ball rolling, yeah. So we have a 2-day event every year, a couple times a year. There's education on a Friday with a symposium, rock concert on Saturday.
Oh, I love that.
Simple and fun as that.
Yeah, great.
And a great way to get information out to people. How common is aortic and heart valve disease, doctor?
Absolutely. So what Pete had is something called a bicuspid aortic valve disease, and it is one of the most common congenital heart diseases affecting up to 2% of the population. Oh, wow. And when we think about heart valves, we think about them like doors. They should completely open and completely close. Mm-hmm. In Pete's case, he was born with 2 parts to that valve, and as a result of that, that valve had difficulty opening, and sometimes that valve can have difficulty closing. Mm-hmm. And that disease process can actually also affect the highway coming off that valve or door called the aorta, resulting in tears called aortic dissections, or even enlargements of that highway called aortic aneurysms.
Doctor, real quick, I just want to say thank you for explaining that in a way that people can actually understand.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Absolutely. That's how I explain valve disease to all my patients, because when we can understand what's going on, we can really sort of get to the root of that.
Right.
Can you talk about some of the things that people need to be aware of before they get to the point where they may need surgery?
Absolutely. So we have genetic investigation ongoing because we do know that this disease process runs in families. So, for example, in Pete's case, his children have all been screened, and so if you are a family member of someone that's had bicuspid heart disease, it's important to be screened. Mm-hmm. And of course, being an advocate for your own health care and noticing symptoms, and particularly if you have a murmur, making sure that's followed through with what's called an echocardiogram or an ultrasound of the heart.
And Rock from the Heart, I guess, what makes you, what touches your heart, I guess, since putting something like this on, the stories and the impact that you've been able to hear from others?
Oh, I see the smiles on people's faces when they say, hey, you're just like me, and you're as scared as I am right now, and you were going through that 6 years ago, and just people walking away smiling and being more knowledgeable than when they walked in, and then they'll bring people to the concert the next night, and I play drums at every concert to show people there is life after open heart surgery.
Right.
I was going to say, so the concert's on Saturday. Are tickets still available for the concert?
Tickets are still available. It's Sebastian Bach from Skid Row.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I was going to say. Tell us about the concert.
And my band opens, Aortic Fire. Cool name.
Oh, come on, really?
Hey, you know, easy to remember that. And it does not mean heartburn.
I like how you did there. I like what you did there. Pete, Nisha, thank you both so much for joining us this
Thank
morning.
you for having us.
For sure.
So head to the rockfromtheheart.org for tickets for Saturday's benefit concert to find more information about heart health. It goes to a great cause, too.